Alright, hi Carrie.
Hi.
I just want to thank you for meeting with me today to do another interview.
Yep, it's nice to be here.
I really enjoyed what we talked about last time. We talked about your work, and that was just a really nice interview that we had.
Yeah, it was nice I rambled a lot, but it was nice to get things off my chest.
Right. I just really enjoyed hearing about your work and how passionate you were about it. I feel that way too in my job. Is that something you want to talk about today, or do you want to talk about something different?
Well, work's always one of those things I can always talk about. It's stressful, but I like my work, and yeah.
So on one hand, you like your work, and the other hand, it's kind of stressful.
Yeah, definitely. It's I don't know. I like working with people, and I like interacting with customers and stuff like that, but not necessarily like to deal with daily stresses and stuff.
Notice you're using your hands a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. That's so weird, huh? I didn't notice that. This is like gonna make me think about no, I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things. Let's see here. Well, work. So lately, have been doing a remodel and just finished, and it's been very crazy. And we've been they broke our AC. Oh gosh, they broke our AC. It's like 90 degrees in our kitchen for like 4 days. It's really bad. And my crew members are like really frustrated with me, and I'm just like, it's not my fault, and I can only do so much.
Right.
And they get really angry, as you can imagine. So, and then let's see, what other things have been going on at work. So I had to have a conversation with my assistant manager because he's not been really holding his own. I know last time I talked to you, I talked about Crystal, but Beth added in, my boss Beth, added in another assistant to my team, which is nice because it's always nice to have two assistants, and I've worked with him previously, but he's not like interacting and doing his job the way that I need him to. That was a kind of awkward conversation to have with him because I've known him for like 2 years, and he's not a bad guy. He's really friendly,
right?
But it was super uncomfortable and hard, because he's not performing where I need him to be. And when I compare him to another assistant manager, it's rough,
Yeah, so it's hard because he's not doing the job you need, and on the other hand, it's nice to have that other person.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, he's friendly with people. He's friendly with their team. But the problem is that he doesn't assert himself as a manager, and so he doesn't take the time to like teach, coach, what I need. I need him to make sure we're ready for our inspections. I need him to make sure that we're good on this, we're good on that, and he's not doing that. So I had to have that conversation with him and basically tell him that if I didn't get the qualities I was looking for out of him soon, that I would actually probably ask him to step down. So,
yeah. How was that for you?
Asking him to step down? It's hard, because you, especially your managers you work with, you invest in them emotionally because you want them to work for you. And I don't think you can have really good employees, especially lower people directly under you, unless you invest in them emotionally. And so it was hard because he got emotional. And he's like 51. He just had a birthday. And when you seeing a 51-year-old man who's below you get emotional, and you have to maintain your level of composure, even though you still really like the person, it's a difficult position to be in.
I really appreciate you sharing that with me. Feels like that can be a rough thing at work to deal with.
Yeah, it's always the people things that are the roughest. So, and then like when we talked last time, I explained to you about like leaving Lebanon and stuff, and I've cut myself off a little bit more emotionally with the team I have now. And been making an effort to like just keep it work based, try to get to know them a little bit so that I have something to share with them when I'm talking to them.
Right.
But when you know like Jim for 2 years, the whole time I've worked down in the South area, it's definitely been interesting, to say the least.
Interesting. I noticed you smirked there.
Oh. Well, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did, didn't I?
You did.
Interesting. I wonder if I was implying in my head. Now I had to roll back here. So if I was implying in my head that working with Jim or just working in the South, but I'm probably gonna say working with Jim because of the situation, and stopping and realizing because he was recently added to my team, how much he doesn't do.
Right.
And how much he hasn't done, and all the time I've had him, comparing him to another assistant who busts her butt for me. Yeah, maybe that's what that's about. Yeah.
How was that for you, for me to point that out?
That was weird.
It was weird.
I guess you don't realize that you're making, like you said, my hands. You don't realize you're talking with your hands, and I guess I didn't realize I smirked, but I guess it's true. It's something to think about. Maybe I should pay more attention to that, because maybe when I do those things when I'm talking to people and I don't realize it.
Right. No, I do that too.
That was super. Oh wow, interesting.
Is it okay that I asked you that?
No, it's all good. No, definitely. No, I just started to think now if I when I'm talking to my crew members, if I have like that nonverbal communication that that might imply something else.
Right.
Something to think about. I'm gonna have to definitely self-evaluate.
Yeah, you have to go back and think about it.
Yeah, I mean, I just had, I have this crew member. He's so intelligent, right? I honestly don't understand why he's working for us, but he's a little kooky. Just one of those strange oddballs.
Right.
He's a great guy, super nice, but he has this, like, way of thinking he's right all the time. And you know, he has valid points when he's having conversations, but the way he comes across is like a know-it-all. And so I had to pull him in the office, and he was very insistent that his tone, because he spoke to my assistant manager in a tone that I didn't appreciate, very just like disrespectful. And she didn't do anything, which is something I addressed with her later, but I pulled him in, and now that I'm thinking, when you pointed out the smirking, I definitely arm crossed and like sat there because he was being very like very confrontational. That's what I'm looking for, confrontational. And like he told me, he's like, I don't know how you can discuss your tone with me if you have a condescending tone yourself. And I said, I don't think I have a condescending tone. And I said, I talk to everyone the same way. And it was funny, though, because I know, I even told myself later on, I was like, man, you sat there with your arms crossed the whole time, which is super defensive, and it doesn't come across open. And I was like, maybe I